Hello, what's up? Good morning. Okay, we've got the first captain in. Am I audible? Can you all hear me? Can you all see me? Mic check, video check. Yes, all right, super. All right, I have also taken off the option of muting you all. So whoever wants to go ahead. Before everyone joins in, what we'll do for today is we'll have some fun as usual before we get started. So introduce yourself, your name, where are you from, and this time also introduce yourself as to whose team you belong to, and your favorite superhero. Clear? Anybody, any doubt? Your name, where are you joining from, whose team you're in, and your favorite superhero.
Yes. Can I speak first?
Who's that? Is that Antariksh?
Ruksar.
Okay, go ahead. I could see two unmutes, so go ahead, Ruksar.
Hi, this is Antariksh, not Antariksh Sindhu. I've joined from my son's ID.
Okay. Just so for now, just keep yourself on mute. After Ruksar, I'll let you introduce yourself. Give me a thumbs up if that's okay.
Hello, everyone. I am Ruksar and I'm joining from Mumbai. I'm from Team Sonia, and my favorite Marvel character would be, superhero would be Iron Man.
All right, super. Can we have a round of applause for Ruksar? By the way, congratulations, Ruksar, on scoring that bonus point last week when when I showed that wasabi picture. Guys, come on, keep your videos on. Everyone must have done so much, to look good over the last 2 days. Don't you all want to show that off to everyone? I took a new haircut. I don't know if you all can see. I took a nice new trim and a haircut.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
Sonia.
look nice, but my apologies, I could not on my video as I'm not at my house. That's why. Oh, I hope that's fine.
All right. So there is one thing which I had announced to the captains. while you all know that there is a scoring system, I hope the captains are keeping check of the scores, and there are points to attend the live meeting, and whoever keeps the video on for the meeting gets a 15 bonus point. So Sonia, if you have your team members with you, and if they have their videos on, each of them gets to score 15. You can blur your background. Zoom is like, come on, we are going to live in super. Wow, bonus points. I can see Nikhat's video on. Antariksh, you want to go ahead next? So since this is your first time, introduce yourself by your name.
Hi, this is Sindhu
And-
here.
Yeah, hi. Your name, what do you do? Where are you joining from? And your favorite superhero, DC, Marvel, whichever it is.
Yeah, I'm Sindhu. I'm from Mumbai. And, what was the third question? Sorry, I didn't get it. My superhero,
Your favorite superhero.
Superman.
Okay, nice. Can we have a round of applause for, so should we address you as Sindhu?
Yes, please. I know it's confusing, but that's my name.
That's okay. And Sindhu, since it's your first time, also introduce what do you do?
So I was working, I'm into curriculum development. I'm in the field of education. Very recently, I have quit, so I'm on kind of a little sabbatical.
Okay,
So
super.
right now, I'm a little free and I want to do all of whatever I don't get time for. So which includes this.
Wow. So health is now
No,
in the front seat.
no, I'm always the kind who used to work out and all that, but then I want to do it with a little more focus, maybe with all the right eating and everything.
All right, super. Can we have a round of applause for Sindhu, and can you all welcome Sindhu as well? Just unmute and say welcome to the club, Sindhu. All can just unmute at a time and go ahead.
Welcome to the club.
Hi,
Alright,
welcome to
Thank
the
you.
club.
Thanks.
Who wants to go ahead next? Just raise your hand, because I can see everyone on the screen. Just raise your hand. I can then pull you up to speak next. Hey, right. Those who have just joined, there are 15 bonus points just to keep the video on. Hey, Aarti, go ahead.
Okay. Hi, I'm Aarti. I'm from Kolkata and I'm from Team Sabha. And honestly, I had to look up the hero that I truly liked, but I quite like Jessica Jones from the Marvel series. So that's me.
Oh, what character is that? I did not even know about that.
Oh, so that whole series was happening, right, on Netflix. So Jessica Jones is one of those characters as well. She's pretty cool. She's got like these super, like great strength. I mean, and she's got a really bad temper. But I kind of liked, I kind of liked her whole attitude and persona. Maybe
Nice.
I guess I identified the temper part with her. So.
Nice, lovely. I did not even know. So I am like, I don't know if you all know, like I'm an absolute no Netflix, no Amazon Prime, no Hotstar. The other day, my dad was like, "Kya was score?" So I was like, in 3 minutes, my Hotstar will just go off. He's like, "Why?" I said, "I don't have a paid subscription for Hotstar." So that's where I am. Nonetheless, thank you so much for sharing, Aarti. And who wants to go up next? We'll take a couple of more. I think we'll do it till 5:15. And then we get going to the main meat of the session. Who wants to share next? Raise your hand. And of course, I'll share after that. And then we'll get going. I cannot see any hands raised. All right, go ahead, Rima. Go ahead. I could see your real hand. Nice.
Hi, good evening, everyone, and happy Diwali. This is Reema here. I am from Thane, and I'm a housewife and a home baker as well. I don't know if I like any DC or a Marvel. I'm not actually. I'm not any super. I don't have a superhero.
Oh, interesting, interesting.
I
And
think I
thank
have real life heroes. I like my father, my husband. I think they are my real life heroes.
Okay, superb,
That's what
superb,
I
superb.
can say.
Thank you so much, Rima, and
Yeah,
thank you so much
thanks.
for everyone out here should really reach out to Rima. She makes somebody needs to go on mute. I think Samir, that's you. Okay, I've just quickly put on him on mute. You all should really reach out to Rima. Thank you so much, Rima, for sending the good news.
You're welcome. You're
I
such an inspiration.
I
Azhar.
just
Thanks a lot.
loved it. You yourself. So as I discussed with everyone that I will be doing a lot of spotlight series wherein a lot of y'all I have seen your journey. I know that what your efforts has been, what your journey has
Can't
been.
hear you, Azhar.
Am I not audible?
Yeah, you are.
You are very clear.
Okay. So I was saying that a lot of you, I know that your journey has been really amazing, and you all should know, everyone, that while Rima makes a lot of bakery stuff, the amazing grip she has on her diet, she's been with me for I think almost a year, Rima. And while everyone must have got surprised at how luckily or how bindas she's eating a kheer, you all don't know that throughout the year she's laser focused with her diet, still managing. So for all the women out there, okay, I've always said it time and again that I have huge respect for women. आदमियों को काम ही क्या है? खाली घर बाहर जाना है, काम करना है, पैसे कमाना है और आना है. Like, in all honesty, that's what the men have to do, right? Women has to do so much, like just to take care of the house, the kids, and then on top of that, there are women who are working, earning money, and on top of that, trying to lose weight or getting healthier. So I think kudos to every woman out there. Nothing against men, but it's just that I believe you women has so much more power, and everything that you all do, men cannot. That's the truth of life. All right, who wants to share next? One last person to share, introduce themselves, and then we get going. Anybody? Quickly raise your hand. All right, Captain Sonia, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. This is Sonia. I'm from Pakistan. And honestly, I don't have a favorite character, but only Captain Planet is coming in my mind. I don't know if you guys watched it. It used to come on Cartoon Network when we were kids. But that's coming in my mind right now. And yeah, that's about it. And I'm captain of my team members. And
Super. Can we have a round of applause for Sonia? I think on that note, before we move ahead, super. Once, okay, right. Do you want to share? Okay, that's an applause that you are for everyone. All right, super. Sonia, you're doing amazing as a captain. All right. I know that behind the scene things that you are doing to push your team members. I see a lot of y'all who are not a captain yet, but still I get a lot of personal messages. So I know that where you all are. And there are a lot of future captains that I already see who are like really, one of y'all, I'll not name that person. She's like, when I'm the captain, I'm going to do that because I know her so personally. She's like, I'll not. So I was on a call with her and the other captain. And she's like, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do and I'll be the captain. So I like that spirit. I think by nature, we humans, when we see that competitiveness, we just enjoy. And I hope you all are enjoying. Keep everything aside. One thing I really wanted to ensure is that there is fun along this whole journey of getting healthy and weight loss and all of that. So I hope we are all on that track and you all are the ones who are really contributing towards that. Nonetheless, speaking of me, I think I'm a hardcore DC fan. And Batman is my favorite superhero. Like, he's the one I would really want to be like. First and foremost, he's like a real human. He's rich, he's strong, he's handsome, he's saving the world, he's doing good stuff. So I can like really relate to Batman. I want to be a real life Batman. That's me when it comes to superhero. Nonetheless, now quick share as to how was the previous week with respect to the diet. Did you feel good, bad, ugly, difficult, very easy, whatever comes to your mind? That how was the last week with respect to following a diet? Have you tried it before? Were you successful? You were surprised by yourself? Whatever. I would really want to know that how did you feel about taking care of yourself, about being conscious about what you're eating? Were you surprised that it's not that hard? or you were like, no, it's really hard, whatever it is? Who wants to go ahead first? All right, Arati, go ahead.
Okay, so the diet I'd say was like moderate for me because it was easy at first, and then that point of monotony because I love eating. Okay, and I'm like completely connected with food. So if my food's not good, I have a really foul temper. Okay, so for me to keep eating that same thing every day has been really tough. Okay, but I'd say that it has. I mean, you know, I think there must be a message, a bigger message here with what you want to convey. So I do appreciate that, and it has brought some amount of discipline as well. But I can't let go of my guilt feeling. You know, the one that you say, "Aram se khalo, it's okay. You're not cheating. There's no guilt." That guilt, no, that doesn't go away, unfortunately. Even though I'm like a tidbit here and a tidbit then, and I'm like, shit, I did that today, you know. But overall, it's been nice. I've actually been feeling a lot lighter, you know, and it just feels really good, to be very honest.
All right, super. Can we have a round of applause for Arati for sharing her feedback? And I'll get to that point. That why is it that I want you to eat the same food throughout the week? All right, super. Go ahead, Ruksar. You're up next.
Yeah, so it was,
No, I can't hear you. Is that only me?
yeah. Now am I audible?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So what I was saying was sticking to the same thing for a week. That was like a challenge for me because I've never done it. Even if my mom used to pack same lunch for the other day, I would not have it. But this week, I don't know how, but I stuck with the thing because I wanted to accept the challenge and like just get done with it. And the only motivation I had was dark chocolate. Even though it was dark chocolate, I do really enjoy dark chocolate. So the only thing I used to get up and then raat mein na ek dark chocolate khana hai. So that was the motivation I was going through the whole week, and it was quite nice, huh? So far.
Super, super. Can we have a round of applause for Ruksar? Who wants to go ahead and share next? Raise
go
your
first?
hand. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Samir.
Okay, so basically, again, I have never dieted. You know, Azhar, how I am with my eating habits. So it was a complete challenge, first of all, to eat same food for 7 days. All right. And I will be very honest, I didn't do for all 7. I started only on Sunday or Monday, I think so. I couldn't start on Friday. All right. And I was not able to keep up with every single meal as given by you. For example, like yesterday was a Diwali day, so whole day couldn't do much. Today also, I'm going out for dinner at my in-laws' house. So I cannot, I have to eat out. I cannot, but I made it up. I had my lunch as salad and soup. I didn't have the, that routine sabji. But I had to compensate that way. Dark chocolate, I like around 50%. I do like very much. But 75% plus was bitter the first day. But later, I actually like not chewing the chocolate, but sucking it in my mouth, letting it melt. I really liked it very much. So it was a mixed bag kind of a thing. I didn't do completely disciplined way, but it was a start nevertheless. I hope to continue. Let's see. Thank you, Azhar.
Superb, superb, superb. Can we have a huge round of applause for Samir? So everyone is on a different tangent, right? There are few of you who are like really someone who has been on a diet, used to eating a lot of different kind of food. There's somebody who's like absolute newbie, never even attempted any sort of one thing. What I want you all to applaud yourself for that, even being a festive week, and if you say Samir that even if for one meal you are able and you are conscious enough to eat a salad and a soup, that's a huge achievement. The problem with everyone is that when it comes to festive eating, they feel कि दो meal तो खराब होने वाला है ना, तो पूरा हफ्ता खराब खाओ ना. That's the problem. So you all were successful. My assistant, she's like, sir, आप तो बोल रहे हो कि मीठा खाना है, and everyone is asking me, तेरे boss तो बोल रहे कि मीठा खाओ करके. what people are not realizing is that what you do in those 4 days is not what matters on the larger spectrum of weight loss and health, because the idea is to stay on track year round. The reason I said go ahead and eat what you want, because I know that I've given you a plan that there are 5 meals, 5 into 35 into 7, 35 meals of the week. I know that even if you are able to adhere to that at 50%, you are better off. Your this week's Diwali is healthier than the previous year. Do you agree? Irrespective of whether you go out and dine with your family, irrespective of what sweets you eat, your this year's Diwali was better than the last year. Your this week's eating protocol was better than previous weeks. Do you agree?
Yeah, very much.
That's the whole idea. Even if you are, while I know that this is a challenge, a lot of you want to like really start aggressively. So I've made it moderate. Okay. The approach that I've taken is a kind of moderate. I have not really gone very aggressive with respect to the diet. At the same time, I'm not being very lenient. That's the approach. Now, coming to this question, let me answer that question. The reason I give a particular food to eat for the entire week, there are many reasons. So I've worked with a lot of people, okay? And I have seen that when there is a particular meal being eaten for a week, initially you will feel that they are same type of khana hai. But you will see that the whole effort of prepping that meal will become like this. Every day you do not have to think, aaj kya banana hai. That mental stress is out from you and for whoever is helping you make your diet. Imagine agar every day alag hai, to every day you have to buy so many things. If I give you 7 different items for breakfast, you have to buy 7 different grocery items. If I give you 7 different fruits, you have to buy 7 different fruits. If I give you what almond also, walnut also, you have to buy everything. So the whole grocery planning for a week is going to really go out of toss. For salads and soups, the shelf life is so small. Imagine, and मेरे घर पे मैंने बहुत सुन चुका हूँ, इतना सब लाता है, खराब हो जाता है, खाता नहीं है. Because there is so much ना. If you know that यही vegetable से मुझे salad बनाना है, so you know the vegetable की shelf life 5-6-7 दिन होती है, and you are not going to end up spoiling or wasting vegetables and food. Like oats for that matter. You can literally make that oats का जो breakfast वाला जो oats है, you can literally make that एक दिन में you can make for the entire 7 days. Imagine the amount of mental pressure taken away from your whole preparation. Do you agree that biggest challenge of sticking to a diet is the preparation part, not the eating part? When the preparation part is simple, and you know, okay, ये तो हो गया तैयार सुबह से, it is so simple that Samir, we men can also just take it from the fridge. If you like it cold, we just have it. If you like it warm, we just eat it and have it. It's that simple. Your wife will literally bless you. Because हर दिन ये पूछना नहीं है आज क्या बनाऊं. हर दिन वो सोचना भी नहीं है कि आज क्या बनाना है. Correct? Now the second part. Suppose if I have given you 7 different food for 7 days, okay? In second week, again, I give you 7 different food. Again, in third week, I give you 7 different food. 21 different foods in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Correct? Now imagine 21 different foods I have given. अब और क्या नया दूंगा मैं? So in the fourth week also, you will still feel कि वही खाना चल रहा है. But here, since I have given you oats for the entire week, the chances are that for the next 3 months, you might not get to eat oats. So after 3 months, when I'll again introduce oats for the entire week, you are absolutely okay. क्योंकि हर हफ्ता नहीं खा रहे ना. Otherwise, what happens? हर हफ्ता वही oats, उपमा, डोसा यही चल रहा है every week. So you never even feel that anything that is new in the week. When we work with the same set of plan, it's very easy for you to stick to the plan. And I'll tell you that even for me, okay, I know the science of nutrition, right? I can really easily manage everyday different. But the moment there is everyday different, na, in your mind, thoda yahan ka wahan bhi ho jayega na, you'll not come to know. But when you're eating the same food for the week, thoda sa bhi gadbad if you do, you know, boss, this is where you went wrong. If every day you're eating different food, And every day, if you are doing little bit of the plan, you will not come to know, because there is so many variables, right? तो पता ही नहीं चलेगा. Now coming to the next part, suppose if I have given you different food across the week, at the end of the week when you have to evaluate, I will not even know ना कि कौन से खाने के वजह से calculation off हुआ है. You will also not know. When you're eating the same food for the week, at the end of the week when we have to analyze, we know what meal could have gone wrong. If there is something that did not suit you, you know that यही चीज में से कुछ होगा. Every day if you've eaten something new or something different, how are you even able to identify what went wrong with what? Make sense? Does that make sense?
Yeah, very true.
Yeah. So initially you will feel that case, but you will see that you will be very much in that grip. A lot of you over here know that. Rima, do you want to share?
Yeah, I actually like when my meals are planned, because as he said rightly, I don't have to worry कि मेरे को क्या खाना है, मुझे क्या खाना है. I have to worry what I have to make for others at home. But the kind of meal Azhar gives me, my kids want to eat that. And then we have a fight because I have a proportion to eat and they don't eat in portion. They want to eat the same meal. But the problem again is that they will not eat the same thing every day. So my elder son actually tried doing the same meal plan with me for about a week. He said, Mama, every day I can't eat. So some days I will eat. So and rightly put by Azhar, so many things. And in fact, what I love about Azhar is that he's the only person who asked me, Kya khana hai batao? Kya khana hai batao? What you want to eat is something that I will put it in your meal plan, which never in so many years of, planning a meal people for nutrition and diet planning, nobody has asked me that. So that's what I love about Azhar. I get a call every Friday, every Thursday, and somebody asks me like, "Kya khana hai? What do you want to eat next week?" And I'm like, I would love to eat this and that, and I get it and I'm happy. And some days when I say, "Aaj ye nahi khana," he's like, "Jo khana hai kha lo," but you know what you're supposed to eat and how much you're supposed to eat. So that's what I love about my meal plan.
Super. Thank you, Rima. All right, so we'll get to the next point. Do you all feel that after Diwali or after any festive season there is this guilt ke वजन बढ़ गया? Yeah.
Always, Azhar.
Okay. Now
I'm already feeling.
Okay, now let me tell you, all right, this is something which you all should very clearly know. Okay, and if you have any friend of yours who's saying कि मैं ये detox करने वाली हूँ या करने वाला हूँ, okay, make sure that you all should be good enough to know this and explain to that it is not required. Okay, वो जो 2 किलो ऊपर if you are seeing on the weighing scale in a matter of 3 days or 2 days, that is not fat. You need to understand that. That is not fat. For you to gain 2 kgs, you literally need to eat 14,000 calories extra. Do you think you would have eaten that much in 3 days? No way. I'm saying 14,000 calories extra over and above what your body would burn. The net surplus should be that much. Correct? All that you see on the weighing scale is largely because of water retention. And all the detox and all, the moment that make you fast for 2-3 days, you'll see that the water is flushed out and you will see that the weight is gone off because that was not fat in the first place. So what all it could be, what all are the reasons? 2 primary reasons. Because in the festive season, what you majorly do is eat something which is loaded with carbs or something which is very salty. Both of this will result into water retention. When you're having more sodium, there is more water retention in your body. And whenever you're eating more carbs, every molecule of carbs leaches 3 molecules of water. That's how it is stored as glycogen. And then on top of that, you've not slept well, you've been working and you've been stressed. That cortisol also will further result into water retention. And on top of that, suppose if your bowel was not clean enough, okay, you've not pooped well for last 2 days, that also would result on the weighing scale. So what you see after a festive eating on the weighing scale is not fat, is largely water retention. Also, you would have ended up not drinking enough water. That would further lead to water retention. So if there is anybody who says कि यार 2 kilo मेरा बढ़ गया, tell them don't worry, that is not fat. Make sense? Make sense? Anybody has any doubt on that? This is one topic which I wanted you all to know. This is bolo.
How to get rid of the water retention?
All right, super. So everything that I mentioned is the cause, okay? So all these things that you have to ensure that one, if you see that your bowels are not clean, make sure that we work around that so that your digestive system is clean enough so that all that excess waste is gone out. So then that much lighter you're there, you need to drink more water. The more water you drink, the body is going to flush the excess water away. People think that zyada pani, if you drink less, body is going to retain more water. That's how we are built. We are built to survive. So drink water, add more potassium rich foods. That's something which is a little technical. Nonetheless, that's the reason why I add soups and tomato soup in particular, because sodium and potassium, like they are very much working through and through together. All right. So the more sodium the more potassium rich food you have, the excess sodium will be flushed out. All right. And then sleep well, because when you sleep well, there is better recovery, there is lower cortisol levels, and there is again that leads to you being in a more relaxed state so that the body can function and at its normal. Clear? Yeah. All right. Anybody, can somebody just quickly post the list of questions? By the way, I had asked a question. Is your mouth, in your mouth, is your tongue down or up? Everybody, come on there. I had asked in the group, where is your tongue? Is it when you just close your mouth, where is your tongue?
It's stuck up.
It's straight, yeah. It's
Relax,
not up or down.
observe, notice. I want everyone to notice.
It rests on the upper
Down,
side.
down.
Arif, oh, welcome, Captain Arif. So Arif says down, Samir says neutral. It's not up, it's not down. A few of you said up. Anybody who's not shared yet?
No, up.
Okay, Ruksar says up. Anybody who's yet to share? Right, you're not speaking today. Near the throat up, but resting down. Acha, okay. Okay, it's resting. Okay, Terim also says resting down.
I think it's down.
Who's that?
Right.
Right, okay. Such a trivial thing, na? You would be like, ye kya abhi naya laya? All right, just to first let me give you the answer and make sure that everyone has to make sure that the tongue is always up on the roof. Okay, so if you felt that your tongue is resting down and if you felt that it's neutral, the tongue should always be up towards the roof.
Signify as well?
Sorry?
What does it signify?
I'll tell you, don't worry.
Yeah.
Now, it's just amazing that our entire jaw is connected to the brain and how our entire body is connected and it is in sync. The moment your tongue is down, that means your entire alignment and posture, everything will be compromised. All right, your breathing itself will be compromised. Your breathing also would be compromised. So we'll do a complete session on breathing, but just for you all to know that the tongue should always be up to the roof. All right. Now, next point was that I was sharing that why was I opening my jaw wide open, and okay, that is again to do that how our entire jaw and how our entire throat and our larynx, pharynx, everything is so connected to the brain. There's this New Zealand tribe. Has anybody watched? So one part of that was shared right by Anantram in the group. He mentioned that to charge up your team. That was one part, and facial massage. So all of that was right. A lot of you all mentioned that it's for facial massage. You will realize that again with respect to breathing. Have you all seen a lot of players when they are excited they just do that facial expression? And if any one of you all have seen rugby matches, especially the New Zealand team rugby matches, their tribe, their basic what is it called? I think Palama or Palamu. Okay, so this whole thing is called the ritual is called Haka. When before the match, they'll scream, they'll open their mouth, jaw wide open, and this is something which you should try and do multiple times during the day. So it also calms you down. There's something called as heart rate variability. It improves that as well. So the whole idea is that if you keep doing that, ideally, if you really want to know that what's the exercise, you should try open your mouth. Okay, literally hold the teeth. Try to further pull it down. You literally see that you'll feel more of a cramp, or as if this muscle was never even worked. So धीरे करके थोड़ा करते रहो, and you'll see that how calm and fresh and focused you feel when you do that. Whenever during the day, if you feel that you are not focused, in the morning, if you think that you need a lot of coffee and you're not able to focus, just do this. Open your mouth, open your jaws wide open, try to pull it a little, and then try to take your tongue up to the inner part of your upper gum. Okay, and you will see that how focused and fresh you feel. Yeah, all right, that's something which I just wanted to share. Now, can somebody put the questions on the group? I think I'll answer a few from last week. There was a very interesting question asked by Jubin that, so when one part of his question was, there is so much on the internet and on Google, he's confused what to believe and what not to. You have somebody who does all that for you. So you do not have to worry. I literally pay thousands every month for paid research articles so that I can read all of that, because Google Pay, you will never get the right info. Or even if you get, you will not know what is right and what is wrong. That's what I do, and that's what you get. You all have to do is ask your question. Even if I don't know, I know that I have to look up, and at least I know where to look up and how to look up. Yeah, interesting. Good morning, champs. Okay, she's put it over here. Terim, can you put it in the WhatsApp chat, please? So that. Okay, super. Also, guys, when you're asking the questions, feel free to even ask a personal question like, I have this concern with respect to my diet or my lifestyle. I'll make sure that when we are doing the live calls, I'll try and answer whatever question you have, be it personal, general, whatever it is. Okay, so I just previously answered half of Jubin's concern, that where to look for answers. Just dump your questions here. I'll make sure that you get the answer. Okay, now let me complete that answer. So he said that a lot of people say that keep gap between tea and coffee and your food. So the whole idea is there's something called as a compound in coffee which blocks the absorption of iron. Okay, now, so there are two things. One, if you're really deficient in iron, then it is a concern and you need to keep a gap, because caffeine does affect absorption of iron. That's number one. Number two, if you are vegetarian, you are quite likely that your iron absorption is anyways low compared to a non-vegetarian. That's why you all the more need to be a little careful about that. But that is, again, if you are deficient in iron. If not, it's absolutely okay, nothing to worry. Correct? Does that answer? Somehow we don't have Jubin today. but hope he goes through the recordings and he'll get the answer. Okay, so Jubin's question is answered. Aarti, you've got 3 questions. I work out at the morning, early morning, like 6:30 a.m. And before that, I only have my 2 glasses of warm water. Once I come back, my coffee with milk and stevia around 9ish, then my breakfast and mid-morning. So are you okay with it? Do you feel that your workouts, are you comfortable working out? If yes, then it's absolutely okay. It's something you have to look at yourself. Do you feel comfortable with your workouts?
Yeah.
Yeah, so in general, it's okay. Nothing to worry. The other days I go jogging in the morning. So that day in the morning, like 6:45, 7, I take coffee with milk and stevia, which I shared with you. And then later in the morning, okay, so that's also absolutely okay. All right, I'm having withdrawal symptoms of no tea, coffee in the evening. I'm a big drinker of 2. Can I have chamomile tea instead in the evening with any fruit? Plus it's getting a wee bit nippy in the evenings now. So their caffeine withdrawal symptoms is quite normal. All right, if you have been used to more caffeine compared to what I have currently prescribed, then you might feel that. And if you think that replacing that with chamomile tea takes care of it, superb, you are well sorted. But otherwise, give it some time. Or if you really feel that it's a sudden drop from your previous consumption, then I would suggest add a bit of tea, coffee at that time. Just lower the dosage, okay, and gradually wean it off. And you will feel that to a lot of people, the withdrawal symptoms really lead to fatigue, headache, and stuff. Okay, but if chamomile tea takes care of it, superb, you're sorted. Hope that answers your question, Aarti.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, okay, super. But in general, guys, I have been in that place, Aarti. Like I am a huge coffee person. Okay, I like really love to have coffee, but I also keep learning and I also keep upgrading myself. And coffee has a half-life of good 10 up to 10 to 12 hours and a quarter life of 5 to 7 hours. What that means is that after having coffee, it is still there in your system for that much time, half of that. So if you've had 100 mg of caffeine, even after 8 to 10 hours, 50 mg is still there in your system, which does affect your sleep. And I'm like a huge advocate of ensuring that people really focus on their sleep. All right, so if you are someone who is used to coffee late in the evenings, try and gradually wean that off. Like as on today, I do not consume coffee after 12 noon. That's where successfully I've reached. So I also gradually weaned it off. Okay. Smita has again a question on coffee. What is the right time to take black coffee pre-workout before meal, and what would be the maximum quantity can be taken, as I started liking black coffee after your life? Wow. Keep sharing these things. I really like to know all of this. That I did not have Samir mention. I was not someone who used to enjoy dark chocolate, but now I am enjoying. Somebody else also has mentioned that now she's become a coffee person. Coffee comes with, I can do like one session only on the benefits of coffee if you all want. It is so good. Okay. And few areas it is dose dependent, wherein kam hai to acha hai, coffee zyada badh jayega, so it has a negative impact. So there is interesting, a lot of content on coffee. We can do one session purely on coffee. So the maximum at one dose, even up to 400 mg has shown to be okay. Even up to entire day's consumption of 700 mg is absolutely fine. The best time pre-workout, definitely coffee works wonders, right from your performance to how it is a CNS stimulant, that it just crossed the blood-brain barrier and it makes you feel awake. That's what coffee does. That's what happens, right? Chai, coffee peene ke baad we feel fresher. That's because it is a stimulant. Okay. Now, unfortunately, it's been you almost have noticed that in the gym a lot of people have those pre-workout supplements. Okay. that has a lot of a very high dosage of caffeine. I've had all of that. It's been 4.5 years that I have not taken any pre-workout supplement. And kind of I feel that all the unfortunate events that we are coming across, that people are passing away and they appear to be healthy and working out, I just somehow feel that it could be due to some of these stimulants which are anyway. People are so hyper active, they don't see whether what their health is, they don't know their current blood pressure levels, they top it up with these stimulants which further ups their heartbeat. So like I literally see people, they enter the gym and right at the end, right at the start itself, they are like 120, 130 before the workout. That's where their heart rate is. Imagine where it would be going during the workout. Jo bach gaya, wo bach gaya. So just be a little careful about all of these. As we progress, we will definitely get into supplements, everything. There is a lot that I have to share, and there is only little that I can share in the group and every hour that we meet live. So whatever I have plans to share all of that. And definitely a good supplement protocol is also what I will definitely be covering. One entire day, or maybe 2 weeks, two sessions I'll dedicate only for supplements. Yeah, does that sound good? Okay. All right. So there's one more part of question from Smita. All right, she says that she's traveling and she feels guilty. That's the whole idea, guys. Do not feel guilty. Life will not be same every day. Life can literally be as random as we could even ever imagine. So I think even Ruxar had mentioned that, how do we get over that guilt? Firstly, don't feel guilty about that. What you should rather be is that, okay, fine, I'm proud that at least out of the 35 meals, 30 meals were on point. No problem. Next week, I'll make sure that 32 meals gets on point. And the coming week, I make sure that 35 meals gets on point. Again, after that, if you feel that a meal or two goes off, no problem. The whole idea is that 80 to 90% of the time of your day, of your week, you have to ensure that you're on right track. Gradually wo 5-10% fluctuation, that's what life is. Not, we are not animals, we are not pet, right? Correct. That's how we are social beings. We are social beings. All of this is quite natural. So don't worry and don't bother about that. Don't feel guilty here, and don't punish yourself, and don't punish yourself by doing extra in the gym. You don't need that. Okay, we'll have a session on training as well when we come to that part. We are still in the first week, so ट्रेनिंग वाले पार्ट पे और वो जो होते हैं ना यार आज तो ट्रेनर ने मार डाला टाइप्स, that is not a good thing, just for your info. All right, all good. So I think we covered this week's question. There were few left from the previous week as well. Can somebody pull that out?
Azhar,
All right, yeah.
sorry, can I ask you a question?
Tell me, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I just wanted to ask you, what is the significance of that mid-morning black coffee? Because I remember you said whatever happens, don't skip that. So what is the significance for that?
Okay. So one thing you all should know about coffee is an amazing appetite suppressant. A lot of times what happens is by the time you reach your lunch time, a lot of y'all must have earlier felt कि कितना भी खाओ lunch में कम पड़ता है, but y'all must have seen now that that is not the case. You're quite full and content with the lunch that has been given, which by the sound of it, when you must have got the plan, you must have like, अरे ये कितना सा lunch? Can anybody relate with that? But by the time lunchtime came, you were okay with that. You were not really पेट में वो गुड़ हो रहा है, चूहे दौड़ रहे कि खाना लाओ type, which otherwise usually is the case by the time you reach lunch. Does anybody relate with that? Yeah, can anybody relate with that?
Yeah.
So the idea is that, so one, I know that I have to make you all have coffee for all the health benefits it comes with. At the same time, having it at that time really will ensure that you are not getting into your lunch very hungry, so that you are quite in your zone. And at the same time, you will feel fresh because it is a CNS stimulant. Make sense? Make sense? All right.
So I wanted to ask you something, Azhar.
Yeah.
I actually haven't took the black coffee thing yet because I get acid reflux. So I preferred not taking it. Rather, I am like taking normal hot water. So that is also fine, no?
Absolutely okay. Absolutely okay. So what happens, Rukhsar? One is that we have general guidelines, and then we all are so individually different. So if you feel that somehow coffee is acidic by nature, that's also something you all should know. Coffee is acidic by nature. That's why when Aarti mentioned that she's not having the coffee in the morning, a lot of you also, that one person has mentioned that he has water and then the coffee. A lot of you all having coffee on an empty stomach would further lead to acidity. Okay, so Rukhsar, if you think that you are not comfortable with coffee and it gives you acid reflux, which is very normal, coffee by default is acidic. Okay, so also what you can do is add some more water. Add some more water, it will suppress the acid nature of coffee. But that also only if you are comfortable. If not, skip it. That's something which we can't help.
Oh, okay, I'll try then once.
Okay, try only if you're comfortable. If you're not comfortable, don't try it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Wow, Radhika at 10 minutes to 6, she's messaged that she'll attend. She's excited about 5 p.m. session today. How is that possible? Is Radhika already here? No. Okay. By the way, captains, Sonia, can you take a quick screenshot so that you know the ones who scored bonus points today for keeping their videos on? Dhadadhad videos on. Wow. All right, take your time. Chalo, take your time.
My team members, please turn on your videos.
Now all the
Captain-
videos are on, surprisingly, Azhar.
This is
No,
surprising.
I see 3 of them. They're not on.
Yeah, but still, see, that's what I'm saying.
Azhar, my captain's video is off. What to do about that?
Captain, no, so you
You should cut marks for captains also. If they're not there, their team should not get points.
I thought that I will give negative marking, but I was like, yaar, pehla hafta hai na, to thoda I'll stay away from like, wow, everyone has their videos
And
on.
now my captain's video is on now.
Come on, guys, this is not fair. Just imagine. Okay, just imagine. Okay, hold on. Would you like if I'm talking like this?
Not at all.
Tell me, guys. Would you like if I talk like this?
Not at all.
ऐसा भी नहीं है कि मेरा डिस्प्ले पिक्चर अच्छा नहीं है. Anybody who's saying डिस्प्ले पिक्चर तो अच्छा लगा होगा कम से कम. Will you like it? Tell me, will you like it? Or it's not about liking or not. Would you enjoy as much as this, where you can see my expressions for real? Wow, thank you, Amulya. Finally, you also have your, wow, I can see Megha's video. Captain Arif, I think your team member is saying that you should be penalized. Samir, क्या punishment देना चाहिए?
He's the captain, man. Remove him.
See,
Okay.
Azhar, the point is what, I'm
Guys,
trying
I
to.
and Arif are very close friends. We are buddies, so I can pull his leg. So don't get scandalized, all of you.
No, but I would really want everyone to. I will put that in place. Okay. Next week I'm gonna audio or video for me. OnePlus. Sorry, can you introduce yourself, please? I don't even know your name. Like, you don't have a name. You don't have a display. You don't. Oh, Khushbu, that's you. Where are you? And why is your video off? Whose team are you in? They are losing 15 valuable points. All right, before that, sorry, my apologies. How did I miss on congratulating you all for taking out time and joining live? every time I should say that it is a huge commitment to dedicate, even if it's just an hour from the, I think एक हफ्ते में कितना घंटे होते हैं? 162, 168. How many hours in a week?
24 into 6.
162 or 168?
168.
168 hours में से there are people who are not even bothered to take aside an hour for their health. You all are doing it. So शाबाशी दो अपने आप को. All right. Proud of you all. All right. Keep going. I would really want to come into that zone wherein the screen is like full with everyone on there. See, I'm so enjoying when everyone's video is on because I can see your faces. And if at all you feel कि पीछे का background अच्छा नहीं, just blur it out. Yeah, because that's how I get the energy, right? Otherwise, it just gets so boring for me to look at display pictures, irrespective of how beautiful it is. Yeah. All right. I think nobody is able to pull off previous weeks. All right. Another thing, every time Sonia and I were part of some other group as well, and every time she takes a picture and I tell her that you didn't tell me I was not smiling. So if there's anybody who wants to smile, okay, I'll ask Sonia to take a picture again so that y'all don't complain. If there's anybody like me, fussy like me, you didn't tell me that I would have smiled otherwise.
Let me know when you all are ready, or at the count of 3, I'll just take a screenshot.
All right, let's just show 2 fingers so that we know that whoever has the fingers up is ready.
Always.
Done, Sonia?
Sonia, you're on mute.
Sonia, you're on mute.
Should I just take the picture now?
Okay,
Yeah.
come on, let's go.
1, 2, and 3.
Hey.
One more.
Okay, one more.
Okay, done.
Okay, super. Now I'll be sharing in the group the plan for the next week. Okay, and there was one more person who's joined today. Somehow I don't see him in
Abdul
the.
Razak, is there some Abdul Razak?
No, he was already there.
I have joined the day.
So we need to put Sindhu in one team. I think as of now, Arif has a few members short compared to other captains, right, Arif?
Yep.
Yeah. So we'll add Sindhu in your team. And is there anything that I share as part of the agenda which is missed? We are quite on time today. It's dot 1 hour.
Azhar, do I have a team, or am I
Oh
a
yeah.
part of
No.
any team?
Yeah. So I have to put you also in one team, in one of the captain.
So by
Sneha
default,
is-
she comes in my team.
Okay, chalo, ठीक है. हाँ, because Arif has a few members, a fewer members compared to other captains. I think others have.
20, I think.
Okay, super. Thank you, Nikat.
Okay, so
Thank you,
can
Nikat.
can you just brief me? We can talk about it later as well. Just let me know, okay, how is this going to work? Because I just joined today and I asked you why I'm not here, because it sounds
I'll
fun.
guide
and I
you.
made you thank me.
I'll guide you, Rima. Don't worry. I'll guide you.
Sure.
Okay?
Thanks, Azhar.
Okay, so thank you, Nikat. Thank you so much. She's just pulled out the last how to control stress eating. The name is missing. Okay. This is a huge topic. Okay, this is a huge topic. There are people who are purely only managing people who are stress eating. If I have to give you one simple advice, okay, one simple advice. Again, this is a very complex issue. If somebody is really bulimic and if somebody is really stress eating and if it's a disordered eating which needs to be, then I am not the right person. You really need somebody who only specializes in this. But first and foremost, make sure कि घर में ये सब रखो ही नहीं. The problem is, I tell people, if you have got that, घर में है तो वो कोई तो खाने वाला है. If I have one entire section of stockpiling in the book that I am writing. I was on Clubhouse. I don't know if you all are familiar with Clubhouse. It's been 6 months that I have been off. I was just interacting in one of the random groups she bought chocolates worth rupees 50,000 at her house. घर पे रहता है at a given time. I was like, what? तो ये जो चकना चूरा चॉकलेट घर पे है, कोई तो खा रहा है. There is somebody whose health is getting deteriorated with that, na? Correct? So why bring it? And जब खाने का मन करेगा जाओ और खाओ. You will see that जाने के कंटाल में आलस will not go and will not eat. But घर में है तो then that will be consumed. I have seen my wife in the middle of the night, कुछ crunchy आवाज आती है and she is having chips. वो छुपा के रखती है. So because I am so vigilant, I know कि कहीं पे रहेगा ही नहीं वो घर में. अगर घर में है तो वो consume होगा ही. So that's the easy way out. So even if you are stressed at home, you know that this stuff is not easily handy with you. तो आधा chance वहाँ खत्म हो गया. It's very rare that you are stressed and you will go and you will eat something. Does that happen? Now I'm missing it, so that's why I don't know whom do I ask this. But do you agree? Correct. So घर में रखो नहीं. Don't stockpile it. And second is break it down. Okay. If that happens, pause and see that how do you feel and what else can you do. Okay. Maybe food is what gives you enjoyment. At that time, see what else could make you happy, and see if you can switch to that instead of food as a resort. Sure, food could be one of that. But see what else could make you happy, what else could calm you down, and opt for that. Yeah, makes sense. Try and do that. Post-COVID recovery, nutritional requirement, Nikat, every nutrient is important. Every nutrient is important. But if there is somebody who really wants to, not just post-COVID, even pre-COVID, have a good multivitamin at your arsenal. If you want, I will share a link or an image of the multivitamin which I consume. Thanks to Sneha, I got it restocked because she was coming from Dubai, so she got it for me as well. And that's the multivitamin which I use. I think Rima had shared with you also, I think, the same one, Solgar. Okay, I'll share it with you. So whoever is interested, if you got somebody coming from Dubai, call it from there because it's usually always 1+1 free over there. Okay, and it's a quite good potent multivitamin. So Nikat, to answer your question, post-COVID nutritional requirement, everything is very important. But one thing what I would want to address here is not just COVID, any illness, don't jump into exercise. You all should know that exercise is also stress to the body. And post-COVID, just don't rush. Exercise karna shuru karna hai. Take it easy. Okay, relax, rest, recover. Give yourself good nutritional dense food, a vast variety of fruits and vegetables over and above the multivitamin that you will have at your arsenal to support with. Does that answer your question, Nikat? Are you here?
Yes, thank you.
As a one question. What are the timelines after post-COVID? I mean, after how long we can start exercising?
I would say at least take 2 to 3 weeks break, because what I'm noticing with people, the recovery is really compromised after COVID.
Yes, it's basically I got it in April, and before that I'm a heavy lifter in gym. But after COVID, after 2 months of recovery, still I am not able to go at that level.
I am coming across a lot of people like that. So the recovery is really, really compromised. So go take it very easy. Okay, take it very easy. I would very strongly recommend that it's okay that you delay your, unfortunately, you can't do anything about that. So don't rush, and don't go into that. I know a lot of people who are suffering with this. The recovery is really compromised. I know people 4 mahine ho gaye and they're like that, I still feel that fatigue in me. Okay,
but
so take it.
Do you have any benchmark where, I mean, we can come to know,
The benchmark would really be that you see that how do you feel like, as Nikat says, that she could literally sense that her recovery is not up to the mark. You know, right? You know how your body usually is.
So basically, I'll share, like after 2 to 3 months, I felt like I can go to the gym and I can continue with the diet. I did it for 2 to 3 weeks. It was all normal. But after 3 weeks, I started feeling like back pain and all those things.
So the
Again had to take when I went to the doctor and the D3 level was down and all those stuff.
so again, see guys, okay, let me do this for you. Okay, anyways, whoever has paid that amount, you all know that is anyways something which I had promised. Okay, a lot of people shy away from that. Do your routine blood works. If you all want, I will put it in the group. Okay, do that routine blood work, and at least the bare minimums you will know. D3 levels, way before India was hit with COVID, right in March. I think in the first or second week of March, I'm talking about last year, I had made a video on why it is so important to ensure that your D3 levels are in check. Okay, and just to add a little more on the D3 levels.
So can you post the video again on the group, please?
Okay, I think I will have a look at it. But nonetheless, मैं यहाँ हूँ ना, video 30 seconds का होगा, 1 minute का होगा. Here I'll spend 3 minutes with you. That's the liberty you all have in the private inner circle. So when it comes to vitamin D3, okay, मैंने वो video हिंदी में बनाया था. I wanted everyone to know because a lot of people might not understand English, and I was very uncomfortable with making videos in Hindi. But somehow I even did that. What happens is when it comes to D3 levels, the sufficiency level is at 30, okay, and the toxicity level is at 100. What people and doctors do, कि 30-35 पे लाकर छोड़ देते. I do not do that. Toxicity is at 100. So optimum पे क्यों नहीं जा रहे हम? I always try to keep the levels around 50 to 70. Trust me, even if you try, you will not cross 70. 6 महीना 8 महीना also weekly, if you take 60,000 IU per week, you will not cross 70. So toxic levels तक पहुंचने का स्कोप ही नहीं है. But nonetheless, keep it in check. Blood works कराते रहो at least 6 महीने में 1 साल में. You will know where your levels are. What people do, वो 30 तक भी नहीं पहुंचते. Forget 30. Usually, Nikat, what were your numbers when you got your self-tested, your D3
level? It was around 24 to 28. And what I did was, I asked you on Instagram, I guess. I have texted you and I did the blood work and I left it that way only. I was like, oh, it's okay, it's okay. Then after 1 month, I went to the doctor. He told like it's already down.
So यार मेरे को Instagram में पूछे, मैंने बताया उसके ऊपर भी. That's the problem, you know. Knowledge without action is as good as not knowing. Correct? मान लिए होते तो शायद you would have been better. Nonetheless, guys, don't take it lightly. Okay, don't take it lightly. I'll put in a message and try and see if you all can get that done. Next, Khushbu, does drinking room temperature water versus cold water matter, especially for weight loss? It absolutely does not matter whether you drink cold water or warm water. But if you drink warm water, it is quite good for your throat, for the health of your throat. Okay, so I always prefer warm water or room temperature, not cold water. Especially when we are talking a lot, our throat gets fatigued, which we don't realize.
Also, one more question. Can I go, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, recently, as you know, I've just started taking these whey proteins, So does this help in either weight gain or weight loss? I mean, either ways, or it is just to help the metabolism or, better workout?
Protein के ऊपर I can talk so much. Okay, एक करके बताता हूँ. When it comes to weight loss, weight gain, all that matters is the net energy balance. Okay, calories, and calories will come from largely from proteins, fats, carbohydrates. Okay, अब वो protein और calories कहाँ से भी आ रहा है? If your net calories are higher, then you gain. If your net calories are lower than your baseline total daily energy expenditure, you'll lose weight. That's point number 1, which you all should know. All clear with that? Now next comes to protein. Protein largely will make sure that there are various functions in protein. Okay, I have one entire chapter, as usual, I had to, on protein in my book. One of the days what I'll do, if you all tell me, if you all think that it makes sense, if you all would be interested, I can like read the book few pages every time when we meet. That's something if you all are interested in. Okay, like a live narration of the book written by me, narrating by myself to you all, if that's something which you all are interested in. So when it comes to proteins play a lot of functions in our body. Unfortunately, people only think that proteins are only required for muscle building. Sure, it is required for muscle building. Every cell of our body requires protein. Hemoglobin requires protein. Iron transferrin is a protein. Protein is everywhere in our system. So if you are deficient in proteins, again, there is a lot of complications which it could lead to. Okay. Now, number 3, protein is that food which will help you stay full for longer. So again, protein helps you in that as well. Okay. Whey protein as a supplement, I'll take a more detailed session whether you need it or not. And as of now, since you all are not that at that stage, I would want you all to be at a very neutral stage so that it's not a overload of protein in your diet. So while I've tried to ensure that there is enough protein, that will be increased as we keep moving forward. But those who are already exercising, those who are already taking whey protein, those who are already in check with their protein requirements, go ahead and stay with whey proteins. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I'm not pretty clear in my mind as well, what exactly do I want to ask you? But yeah, I mean, I'll come to it slowly.
Don't worry. We'll do a session only on proteins. Anyways, when I say that I have a session planned for supplements, protein will be very much part of that session when we talk about supplements.
Yeah, because currently what I am doing is, as you have guided me, I'm taking twice a day, I mean,
go ahead.
Once in the morning, once in the evening,
Go ahead. Absolutely okay.
With room temperature water, basically.
Yeah, absolutely okay. All right. Khushbu, you're clear with your question about the water? Who was this? This is a very good question. How do hormones affect weight loss, anxiety, and mental health? How to improve hormone health in women? Okay, now how to improve hormone health in women? Which hormone? Ek hormone nahi hai. There are so many. Okay. With respect to this question, that how do hormones affect weight loss? So as I said, I have this whole chapter, and the introduction itself is say hello to hormones. There are various hormones that are involved in this entire process. While calories is what matters eventually, but ये calories ज़्यादा हो रहा है कि कम हो रहा है, and how the body is handling these calories is largely dependent on hormones. So hormones and calories and everything in the body is like so interconnected. एक ऊपर नीचे हुआ तो दूसरा ऊपर नीचे होना शुरू हो जाएगा. Okay, so right from leptin to ghrelin to neuropeptide 1 to thyroid to estrogen to testosterone, there are so many hormones that play a very crucial role when it comes to weight loss, and that's quite complicated. But nonetheless, you have to ensure that don't worry about this. So to answer how do hormones, they are very much interconnected, and hormones do play a role in how your body will metabolize those calories and the food that you consume. Okay, women are more dominant with respect to estrogen, progesterone, and those hair hormones. Men are more dominant on testosterone. You will see a lot of women who are hypothyroid. They do not have thyroid hormones shooting at the range it should be. That's a very important hormone when it comes to metabolism. So everything is very interrelated. Like there is no answer that how does hormone affect. Hormones does affect. How much you move affects your hormone. What you eat affects your hormones. Everything, as I said, is very interconnected. Okay. Some weight loss, inch loss happens when I do workout and follow diet, but if for some reason unable to follow it for a few days, again weight increases. ये वो बात हो गई. When I go to work, job pay, my boss pays me, but मैं 1-2 महीने से काम पे नहीं जा रही हूँ, तो मेरे को boss salary नहीं दे रहा है. Come on, the efforts है, जब input है तो output आएगा. If it was so simple that I will not diet, I will not exercise, weight बढ़ना नहीं चाहिए. ये superpower, everyone would want this superpower, right? Then nobody wants to be Superman, nobody wants to be Batman, nobody wants to be Aarti. What was that superhero? Jessica what? I forgot that. Huh? Jessica Jones, right?
Yeah.
No, you would not even want to be that. I want that superpower wherein I don't exercise. I eat as much as I want. I eat whatever I want. The weight should not go up. The muscles should not go away. Who all wants this superpower? Unfortunately, not possible. We cannot defy science. Okay. There is one more question. Okay, we've answered all questions. There's one: during menopause, the weight loss seems to happen very slow. What's the solution? The solution is very simple. You'll have to be more watchful about your diet, and you'll have to be active with respect to your exercise and daily movements. That's something which is very, very crucial. All clear? All clear? Did we miss out on any question? Is stress also a reason? Okay, there is one more question from Zubin, which I missed. Is stress also a reason for weight gain, and walking daily for an hour a good way of losing fat? So whenever there are such questions, is stress also a reason for weight gain? Very much. There is this interesting study that just by everything's same, if there are two group of people, one who slept for 8 hours and the others who slept for around 5.5 hours or so, they lost same amount of weight, but the group who slept less lost more of muscle mass compared to fat mass. And believe you me, guys, I will, as I keep taking you all forward in this journey, I'll make sure that you all are very clear that do not compromise on your muscles. Randomly doing any diet and not focusing on building muscles or retaining the muscles that you have is something which is really going to cause all the harm as you proceed ahead. As you age, muscle loss to hona hi hai. We have to make sure that we work to keep that intact. That's how we will be able to sustain weight loss for longer. Okay, so stress is something which is definitely, stress high rahega to cortisol high rahega. When the cortisol is high, it is going to affect your fat loss. All right, clear? And does an hour of walking good way to losing fat? There's no, it's not about good way. It's a great activity. Walking is a great activity. Everyone over and above your exercise should walk. So if you're someone who thinks that कि मैं तो gym जाता हूँ, मैं तो gym जाती हूँ, मैं 1.5 घंटा gym करता हूँ, still you have to walk. Okay, you still have to walk. There is absolutely no replacement for that. When you're walking, you're getting that bowel movements, and you will see that your digestion, everything is going to be very clear. So do not compromise on walking either. Don't worry, from week 3, I have to see that from week 3 or week 4, that will be part of the challenge. Your step count, irrespective of how much you put it out there in the gym. All right, all clear? All right, so I think it's been an hour and 20 minutes. I'll stay up for 2-3 minutes as a light chit chat if anybody wants to. If anybody wants to leave, more than happy. If there's any question not answered, ask me, more than happy to. I think if there's any more question, let's take it in the next week. Sindhu, you have something, you've raised your hand.
I just wanted to know, I typed the question in the chat box. So is it okay to completely eliminate a food group like in some keto diets, etc.? So I was wondering how correct it is. Whether it's okay to do that, because it's like so much you hear about these things now.
Okay, so can we take that question in the next week?
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Should I put it in the WhatsApp group?
No, so every Wednesday is where we keep a note of it. Every Wednesday is where I ask people to put the questions which I address in the Friday weeks, on the week's Friday live. Okay, every Friday we come join live. So when the Wednesday comes, make sure that you put that question. Ruxa, you have your hand raised.
Yeah, so the exercise you said about that opening mouth thing, does that help in jaw, this double chin losing as well?
बिल्कुल नहीं. ऐसा होता तो किसी का डबल चिन ही नहीं होता. People would have so easily done that. दिन भर मुंह खुला रखो, रात में डबल चिन गायब. हाँ.
I would didn't.
So fat loss is one fact. Okay. We just have to ensure that we keep working towards that. More or less, one thing I have a question. Okay. Let's see. I want you all to do unmute together. Okay. Unmute together and scream the name of your question. I want to see ke kaun se captain ki आवाज. Okay. On 3. Okay. All you have to do is scream the name of your captain. And if you are the captain, you of course scream your name. All right. I want to see whose team is participating at a bigger number today. On 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead.
Rahana.
Sonia.
Rahana.
Arif.
Arif.
Okay. Everyone who are not screaming at a go. So मेरे को सब captain का नाम सुनाई दिया. Okay. I all enjoying. That's something. So we are done off. There is nothing part of the agenda left. Okay. So I think I will pause the recording. So now whatever we discuss will not be there. Nobody will be able to know what was the conversation. Okay. Let me stop the recording.